Hi guys, I hope you're doing really well. I hope that you are practicing radical self-care. I hope you're getting outside. I hope you're getting exercise. I hope you're surrounding yourself with kind, good, decent, authentic, honest people that truly care about you. I hope that you're eating healthy foods, drinking plenty of water, and just really thriving. I hope you're getting some trauma therapy if possible. So in this video, what I'm going to talk about, it's going to be very, very quick, but what I'm going to talk about is how to tell the difference between somebody who is the actual victim and somebody who's playing the victim. So basically somebody who is the narcissistic abuse survivor as opposed to somebody who's the narcissistic abuser. The number one way to tell the difference when you're looking at it from an outsider's perspective is which one is actually doing any work to change. It's huge. Because the victims, the actual victims of this sort of abuse are the ones that are going onto these forums. They are the ones that are reading the books on codependence. They're the ones that are taking the courses on curing their codependence. They're the ones who are going to trauma therapy. They are the ones who are reading books like Whole Again, The Body Keeps the Score, Healing from Complex PTSD. They are the ones that are actually doing work to change and to figure out what about them allowed them to stay in a position to be hurt for the possibility of love and approval, and what allowed them to be the victims of somebody else's abuse, whether it be covert abuse, which it usually is, psychological, emotional, physical, or verbal, right? Now, the person that is playing the victim might have a sad face. They might make little, comments about the other person, but they are not going to therapy. They are not reading the books. They are not going onto the forums. They are not going to Codependence Anonymous, very rarely. I mean, maybe if it's a really high functioning, very, very manipulative sociopath, they can mimic that a little bit. But in general, you are going to see narcissists are not doing that work. They are not going to therapy. They are not asking themselves, what is the problem here? How did I allow myself to be in this position? What did I do to contribute to being in a dysfunctional, toxic relationship? How did I get into this emotion or this enmeshed codependent situation? They're not the ones that are on these forums unless they're stalking the people that are making these videos are usually victims of narcissistic abuse. So maybe their particular, abuser is stalking, but in general, they're not the ones going on these forums. They are not the ones that are signing up for Facebook groups for victims of domestic violence or narcissistic abuse. And they are not going to therapy, and they're not reading the books, right? So that's the difference. Somebody who's playing the victim has a sad face, they tell everyone their victim story, but they don't do anything to change. They don't do anything to figure out what their part is. They don't go to therapy. The ones that are actually the victims do all of that work. So that's a real simplistic way of putting it, but I hope this gives you guys some clarity and kind of gets rid of some of the confusion. I think a lot of people are like, when they get out of these relationships, they're like, am I the narcissist? And guess what? Narcissists don't ask themselves that question. Very rarely, very, very rarely do they ever ask themselves, hey, do I have a problem? Am I a narcissist? Very rare. It probably happens occasionally, but that's what victims do. They're like, am I the one that's narcissistic? Did I cause this? Did I create this? Remember, the victims think everything's their fault. The narcissist cannot accept any personal responsibility for the harm that they cause other people. So nothing is their fault. So they never stop and question, hey, do I have a problem here? Did I contribute to this problem? What can I do to change? They just don't. So they're not the ones asking themselves, am I the narcissist? They should, because they are. So I hope this helps you guys, and hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk soon. Bye.